Hello, you wonderful humans, and welcome to Launceston Comedy presents Seeking Sane Shit, Tasmanian Politics as a weekly show. It will be 100% politician free. There's a little disclaimer there to read. Well, I just comment on what exactly news is. From a comedy perspective, as political discourse and political commentary, the basis is reactionary. A government says one thing, my reaction, the comedy reflux, keep still. The comedy reflux is to go against it. And we have, at a baseline, the most horrifically imbecilic, financially corrupt, morally bankrupt government in Tasmania at the moment. To look at a population of less than 600,000 people and lose $500 million, misappropriate 2.5 billion into health, to build a stadium of billions, the financial forensic auditing that needs to happen is imminent. I don't know why, and I think that's what's the most important, I hope, and the funniest thing, is that comedy at a baseline is shits and giggles. It is the instant exhalation of breath that promotes an energy with us where we elevate. We become the better, the more beautiful, the happier species, for fuck's sake, when you're laughing your guts out. So we have a government worthy of laughter. Please note, Unite Media Productions is an illegal subsidiary under jurisprudence law. And I will always state at all times, heavily non-compos mendae. There is a consciousness argument, material or non-material, internal or external. I will just go with comedy flows from the gods. Trademark, copyrighted, limited, a PTY, I'm a non-charity of 50%, equity. All my attempts at humour are in good faith, and stupid is as stupid does. Forrest Gump, one of my personal mottos. The show will always round up, and you'll see this in public, in particular if I'm filming and there's a pause or a break from filming. My other favourite joke in the whole world is Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee he's the god, he's physical mastery. He took human ability and he didn't put fucking Hungry Jacks into it, and he made us realise the superlative efforts of the human body. So this man, this God, when I'm down, when I'm, the black dog's gnawing off my leg, I just think of his words, his sage, his wisdom. I hope I do him justice. Oh shit, well, I've made myself laugh at the very least. So I hope you wonderful humans, and genuinely thanks for coming on this journey with me. It's been explosive to have come from we all come from everywhere, but we're all 4.5 billion years of compost. But to come this far in a journey where I have not yet even the millions of words I've written in playwriting and scripting, and historical research is my greatest passion, and the Tudor period is my greatest obsession, and we have the most contradictory politics of, interestingly, we had a monarch ruling with such supreme autocratic majesty, that she took limbs, she took life, and yet we live in a world of free speech and the ability to have power as an individual Buddha, like we can all. And this is something I knew I would ask, and thank you for listening to this. Once a million views, let's perhaps, not even perhaps, let's go for 500 signatures and register a political party at its base level. The Liberal Party, CUNTS's, wanted to change that to 1,500. But I'll investigate it to the nth, and if there's a way of camouflaging, because one of the best quotes, and hang on, this is the heaviest one I've ever heard. One of the best quotes I heard on Facebook recently was, if we want to win, if we want to fight the baby munching cunts, we all have to become criminals. But I will never denigrate. I will play to the nth of the rules, and that is why my research is showing me 500 names. And then if anyone's okay with an administrative procedure, take that 500 names and each one again becomes its own party. So in registering your name, you're registering your political party. It can be a blank donkey vote. It can be your recorded eulogy to the planet. You stood for something against the fucking fuckwitted. And, I've been told off for a potty mouth, but I've bitten my tongue for over 2 decades as a teacher, except with the young'uns, of course, the teens. You can tell them to fuck off and they'll respect you for it. Because, losing my train of thought, 1 million people, we can do it. We can get 500 signatures happening and explode. So I'm just going to sit for a second and this can become long-winded. We can explode the system straight to data voting with because I've worked as an electoral official, and to be the greenest state, like the rest of the world or Australia having that concept, and to live here are dichotomies. Tasmania's filthy. Hobart, I will give them the fact they steam clean their bus stops. They are beautiful. Hobart is clean. But fucking Launceston is filth. Like the filth. The cobwebs and the urine stains that sit there months on end, and you can trek into the same place and no change within a year. Like the stagnancy brings bile to my throat. We can cause change. And yes, shit stirring. And yes, you were at an epicenter of historical change. If you're not part of the solution, you're part of the problem. Do I want to see children, if I can't even spew the words, if What's-Her-Face is re-elected, I can't even begin to comprehend where the baseline, where the next generational interjection of high level fucking decency, or not even that, just across the board, we raise people up. People don't live in the destitution of mental illiteracy and pig filth and shit. To drink water in Tasmania that was once the cleanest in the world now literally is full of pig antibiotics and fish shit and stadium runoff, which to me is the absolute definition of where I have to stop at 10 minutes and see I can upload this, but I'm on a rant, so I'll jump onto another YouTubey thing. But thank you, you beautiful souls, for listening. And the springboard, the next step. So we all register our own political party. And as always, thanks for coming.